Where your wine at?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Bevy J, and look at my beautiful co-host over there. Girl, welcome back to another edition of Grl Holdup. Yeah, give me some of that wine.
Here you go.
That would have been dope if I would have just that would have been dope. We're gonna have to do that.
Yes. You don't have to have my drink, honey.
Yes. Y'all, so look, did y'all see what we announced on Saturday? First of all, happy fucking Monday.
Yes, happy Monday, honey.
Yes. So did y'all catch the live?
Full. Yeah, this weekend was full to the fullest.
What you do, girl?
What didn't I do this weekend? So, let's see. I went to Saturday. I had two things going on.
Mm-hmm.
With our announcement, that was the first thing. And I literally had just left the launch party of the network that we're going to be on, which is Inspire You Network.
I love it, y'all.
Yes. And so I left there and went to another place. And that's where we went live, and everyone found out that we have a TV show.
Yeah, that is so dope. Like, let's talk about that really, really quick. Like,
Yeah.
Y'all, November 22nd, Grl Holdup will be streaming on the network television.
Yeah. And the coolest part about it, Bevy, is that it's the new wave of how people are watching TV. It's no longer like turning on your cable box and, even though we do that too.
Yeah.
But primarily people are going to smart TV, the Fire Stick, Apple TV, and that's how they're watching television now. And so our network that will be on Inspire You Network will be found on Fire Stick and the smart TV.
Come on now. That is major. Like, hell, we literally manifested this. If y'all go back to... Thank you. But yeah, if y'all go back to our first show, right? We manifested this. It's just, it goes to show you, like, what you say, you put that out there in the universe. You put that out there and tell God what you want. Yeah. And it comes back. It's in the power of the tongue.
It is. And can I just say for a second that it's not just the manifesting part, it's also seeing an opportunity and then seizing that opportunity. Yeah. We talk a lot about people following their dreams, whatever it is that they want to do, what makes them happy. I literally came across the owner of the network in passing. She gave me information about it. I asked how we could do it. She gave me the details, but of course I had to pitch us to her because her network is created for inspiration. It's called Inspire You Network. And if it wasn't a good fit, we could not have been on the network. Right. So after I pitched, and she was like, okay, I like that, you know? And we talked more in detail about how it would be formatted, the time, date, that sort of thing. And it was just a good fit. But I said that to say it's about manifesting by saying what you want, writing down what you want, in the universe of praying for that, but you still got to work.
You have to.
Opportunities pass you by. And I feel like a lot of people do that because they're either not sure or they're afraid. If something comes in their path, they're afraid to, ask those questions or introduce themselves or do what it takes to take advantage.
Right. Absolutely. Y'all, this is it's literally about to be up and stuck. I just think about our journey, Kelle. We met in January. We started our podcast in October. October. Here it is. We started our podcast in August, and here it is, October. We got a podcast and a TV show. And I'm going to say it again and I'm going to keep saying it. You are my sissy for life and I love you.
So
And thank you for
life.
choosing me.
Yes, yes, honey. 10 toes down. What's the saying? We are down forever.
Yes, for life.
Yes,
For
you
life. Period. So let's get right into today's topic. We are talking about building her. And when Kelle, like I said, Kelle is the mastermind behind these topics, y'all. I just love it, the balance. And when she comes up with these topics, I'll be like, yes, let's do that. Let's do that. So in order to like dive deep into what building her is, I got to talk about what Elevate Her is, which is my baby. Elevate Her, ladies. Come on. Pull in, sip your wine, eat your popcorn. Elevate Her is my baby, right? And when I think about Elevate Her, I think about my previous sisterhood that I had, which was called Voluptuous Vixens, which stemmed from confidence. You look up the word voluptuous right now, y'all. Gonna see all kind of porn. You gonna see all type of booties and big. You gonna see some nasty stuff. But back in 2009, the word voluptuous just meant a beautiful woman. And my thing back then was for me to help women build their confidence, right? I was helping women. Lord knows my heart was in the right place, y'all, but my mind was not in the right place. Because although my intentions was good, my mindset wasn't there because I wanted to help women because I needed help. But how can I help somebody if my mind wasn't there? So, we lasted for like a good year and a half and then it just died down because I was not mentally strong, Kelle. I was not strong, dealing with different personalities and trying to really embody what confidence was, but I didn't love myself. So how dare I try to teach somebody else how to love themselves and I didn't love me? Like
Right.
I dealt with weight issues, the insecurities, just jealousy, just trauma, right? Childhood trauma, just so many things. So my whole mindset and my whole makeup of before I came the woman that I was today back in 2009 was complete opposite of who I am today. So back in the pandemic, y'all, recreating and saying, okay, I know I need to be a pillar for these women, and knowing that I've been on this journey for the last 11 plus years, it's like, you know what, God, what should I do? As I'm praying to him and I'm asking him, like, what do I need to do? I need a name. I need something that's going to not just be catchy, but really have a meaning behind it. And Elevate Her was birthed. And it's basically me helping women save themselves from themselves. You know what I'm saying? Helping you save yourself from yourself because we can get in our head and we can get lost and we lose our confidence. We lose who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So enable for you to truly inhale that confidence and exhale that fear, because that was something that was on my shoulder for years, which was fear. So that is what Elevate Her is all about.
Yeah.
It is about building your confidence, girl.
Yeah,
Building
it's amazing. It's amazing. When you told me about that months ago, I was like, oh yeah. My first impression of you was when I first met you.
Hey,
And
queen.
Hey, queen. I was like, hey, girl. You didn't even know me. She was like,
Yes.
It was bubbly and it was loving, and I felt welcome. Like I felt so welcome by a stranger that I did not know, from the smile to the energy to the hey queen. I knew then the power you possessed to help people. Because even you helped me when I walked through the door. I was like, okay, what's up? Queen back at you.
Right.
So when you broke down what it was to me, that's truly your calling. Like I've said this a million times. I'm gonna say it a million more times.
Come on,
That's
sis.
truly your calling. So tell me, baby, because you are so passionate about that, Elevate Her and inhaling confidence and exhaling fear, how do you learn to be confident? Like, how do you take a woman who you feel her confidence is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And what steps do you take, or how do you instill that confidence or help her feel more confident?
Yeah, yeah. I say this, like the first step is really getting to the root of it. The root of it could be that she was in a horrible relationship and he just broke her down to nothing. Another thing could be just she just grew up like that. So it's really finding out, why do she feel this way? In any way it is, it's pretty much, now I have the root cause of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now it's like it's almost like, I like how you said the recipe, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now is pretty much in a nutshell of, okay, now we have to build. And it's not going to happen overnight. A lot of it, and I tell all of my clients uphand, if you do not believe in God, I am not the person for you.
Right.
Because God played a huge factor in me getting through all of this. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't feel like you need to make a spiritual connection with God, or if you feel some type of way, sis, I'm sorry, I am not the person for you, because it goes back to our mindset.
Yeah.
So taking that woman who was broken, who was down, who just feels like, I don't know where to start, I want to love me again. A lot of that is going to come with appearance. Because if we look good, we feel good.
Listen, that's
Even if you,
Deion Sanders' famous quote. Okay, he said, "When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good. When you play good, they pay good."
period,
I love Deion
period,
Sanders.
period,
That's
period.
absolutely right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it starts with the outer. Like, I can't work with the inner if I don't take care of your outer first. And that was like a concoction that I came up with. Because if I'm trying to touch this woman's soul, but she feels like she's just ugly, she feels like she's fat, she feels like she's this, I gotta take care of your outer first. Because once you start looking good, you're gonna start moving differently, and
Yeah.
then I can then inject myself into what's really causing the root of what you feel like.
Why
But then
they not?
again, I even had dealt with somebody who just was just corrupt in the inside and outside. So no
Mm.
matter what I did, but then that goes back to your mindset. Your mindset, and your mindset is going to be everything, and your mindset has to be aligned with God. That's it. That's all, sis.
That's
That is
right.
it. That is all.
I know for me, like we all have insecurities.
Oh yeah.
And we all go through phases of life where you might not be your full, perky,
Hmm.
happy self, okay?
Yes.
Depression, all of us deal with some level of depression or down spills. So when I feel down, I have to get up. Like I got to get up and get cute, do my makeup, do my hair. As soon as I get cute,
Hmm.
I'm just sitting around the house. I
Yes.
feel better.
Yes.
I used to get picked at by my family, like, "Mama, you going to the grocery store? Why you got on, makeup and a dress and heels?" Because I feel good.
Yes. Yes.
And I feel good. Can I go to the store, please? Thank you.
Yes. It just does something to you. Like, I'm the same way, sis. Going to the grocery store, wherever. And then another thing is, you never know who you gonna meet.
That part.
You just
Who
never
you
know
gonna
what type of.
see?
That
Okay.
goes back to the whole comment of Monique was talking about women going outside in their bonnets and their PJs.
I'm with her on that. I'm sorry. I don't know what people saying, but I cannot go anywhere in my pajamas in no bonnet. The
Right,
bonnet is for the
right.
bed, and
I'm
that's it.
pushing it by wearing a scarf, but at least scarves can be fashionable.
I was gonna say if I'm wearing a scarf,
Right,
I'm rocking the scarf.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
So,
already have OCD like with earrings, lip gloss. Those are the two major ones, and then
mm-hmm.
I just added like mascara or sunglasses. So if I don't, even if I'm not dressed up, I'm gonna have on my earrings, my lip gloss, my mascara.
Period. 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 So just another thing I just want to go back to, like when you are gearing up to learn how to be confident, that I forgot to touch on. a lot of it is, again, we're going back to manifesting, right? We're going back to writing things down. So you have to write a letter. This is something that I talk about in my upcoming course, but you have to write a letter to yourself, right?
Yes.
And this letter has to be so raw, so uncut of exactly how you feel about yourself. Because we're eventually going to have to unlearn these things, but you got to be honest with yourself of how you feel. And it's something mind blowing for you to write down and say, Dear Bevy, I don't like me because I'm fat. I don't like me because of what happened to me when I was a child. I hate me for allowing my ex-boyfriend. You gotta be honest with yourself, because if you're trying to build this new woman and you're hiding things, your foundation is being built back up on a rocky foundation. So
Right.
those one of those things you just gotta be blunt with yourself. And a lot of people are afraid to be honest with themselves. They still lie to themselves. And the true way for us to unleash this, girl, is to be honest with yourself and give yourself some grace in this process, because it's a process.
That's
You're
the
not about to
word.
get it overnight. You might cry and be like, yo, I just wrote this. It might take a week or two for you to process it, but you have to unlearn. You're unlearning some ways. You're purging something that you've carried around for years, depending on how old you are. For me, my moment and my breakthrough was at 34. So you think about, I've been carrying this around for 34 years. You know what I'm saying? So those are one of those things where it's not going to happen overnight, and it's going to be repetition. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. So
I like the part where you said to write a letter to yourself.
honey.
Because like you said, a lot of us, we put on a mask every day.
Yes.
Just so we can fit in, just so we can be what people expect of us, just so we can do what we feel is necessary to cope and maintain. You wear a mask. So writing that letter to yourself is you in your private space, you in your private time, you that pen and the paper. You can be as, raw, organic, and truthful as you need to be with yourself.
Yes.
Then read that and then work on yourself. Then come back to that you wrote a month or 2 months later and say, you know what? I'm better now. Or, I've worked on myself. I'm proud of me. Let me keep going.
Yes.
So, baby, we talked about some things that would possibly break your confidence. You were saying something about, your childhood, a relationship, situations where people make you feel not so confident or break your confidence. Is it possible to regain that confidence though? You know what I mean? Like you were saying, you work with your clients and take certain steps to do that. And there was that one person that you felt just you couldn't work with because they didn't have a connection with God.
Right.
So do you feel like, though, even with that one person, if there was some extensive therapy or extensive attention to her, do you feel like everyone can be confident? Everyone can regain that confidence?
Absolutely. And just going back to her, like my thing is, I like to say I'm the first step before you go to therapy, because there's some things that I just can't do. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, it's like, let me get you up and going, because I think having therapy is amazing. It is so needed, regardless whatever you're dealing with, whether it's childhood, anything current, whatever. I think therapy is very much needed. But for me, it was a blockage that I just couldn't get to. And because she didn't believe in God, I necessarily wasn't giving up on her. It was just, I could not get to her. So that right there was going to be a special case, and that was going to just take time, but I feel like everybody.
Maybe she was that person that you just had to say, you know what, here's a good therapist.
Right. Exactly.
You.
Exactly.
X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
You need a little bit more attention than I can offer.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's exactly what that was. Yeah. And I just feel like, for anybody that's just listening though, like it can be done. You gotta want it though. It's like two different things from wanting it and ready to put in the work than just idolizing it and getting mad and mad at everybody else because everybody is doing what you want to do. But you're now building up that jealousy. Now you're building up that anger. Now you're building up all of these roadblocks because your mouth is saying you want it. But it's like the faith without works is dead.
Right.
The confidence without works is dead. You say you want the confidence, but you're not willing to put in that work. You saying, okay, well, I hate my body. You said, what's this?
Have you met a person that portrays themselves as this ultra confident person, but you know deep down they're really not that confident because they are mad at you because you are confident and that you do have, self-love and you pay attention to, what your needs are. Have you ever seen people? I've seen people like that and it irritates me.
Oh, honey, I'll call those people the jokers because they a joke. Just you a joke. Yeah. Seriously, because you're not taking yourself serious. Like, you have to be, and I'm only saying it, I'm speaking for me. I was a joke years ago because I can honestly say that I felt those emotions that some women felt of the jealousy, like, oh my gosh, she got it, but I ain't got it. I felt that. I can be honest. I was in my early to mid 20s and I felt like that. And I was a complete joke. I was a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know who I was. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that I carried the same weight that this other woman that I thought was so beautiful. So this was. You know what I'm saying? I think you got to be a special type of person with all of the information that we got now, because back then, 10, 15 years ago, was a little different than what it is now. And there's so much information out there, especially with the internet being the way that it is. And you got all of these speakers now, all of these influencers, so much stuff, so much information that's disposable to you. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, you got to be a joke, sis, if you're not on your self-development journey. Like, you have to be. You seriously looking at this beautiful Black queen across the room and and you're mad because she's this, but behind closed doors, you're this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a special type of person.
I was about to say, I make a point, like from when my kids started to walk and talk, to compliment them.
Yes, that is so
everything
important.
that they needed to be complimented on. Like, oh my goodness, you did such a great job tying your shoes. You did so good. Or, good morning, beautiful. Good morning.
Yes.
You look so nice in your suit. Complimenting your kids, building their confidence.
Yes.
This tall, because I think that's where it starts.
Ew, you are so right.
I think that's where it starts. And I think, when you see your kids achieve something, make a big deal out of it. I make a huge deal out of everything.
Yeah.
Super extra, honey. So they do one little small thing. I be wanting to bake a cake and throw parties. But I know that that's important in their development of their confidence. And confidence in every way of life, not just, talking to people and being outgoing. But, getting a job you want, or getting the position you want on the team, making good grades, like all of that, it starts with confidence.
Confidence is the key to everything.
And it starts
everything. And I like how you brought up it starts from the child. So you think about a little boy or a little girl, and let's just say the parents are not building that confidence. This little girl or this little boy is going to turn up to be monsters, or they're going to turn up to be insecure and shy and timid, letting people push over them, and just, they're not going to have that value. Not saying they won't ever find it, but they're not going to be as valuable as they can be at the beginning. And I've seen so many horrible parents that just sit your ugly ass down. And
I was just about to say, the profanity, cursing your kids out, you are literally traumatizing your kids.
Yes. You look like your ugly ass daddy. They grow up. I'm my ugly ass daddy. Like, that's what they think.
Sit your dumb ass down. What the fuck you doing? That was so stupid. You such a stupid bitch. You know, calling your girls a bitch and calling your boys punk ass.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All of that. You traumatizing them and you are fucking up their confidence.
Yes.
Their self, you know, how they look at themselves because they believe it. As much as you telling them that, they believe in that. They are really that way.
Right. So when they get to school, you know, school kids in a nutshell. So they getting it at home and they getting it at
school. So I was really bad about being, what's the word? I don't want to make myself look like a horrible person, but in the beginning, my son would take their time getting ready. And I would come in there and say, come on, let's get ready. Real nice the first time. And then the second time, I'll get a little bit more firm. And the third time, a little bit more firm. But by that fourth time, when I'm telling you to get ready, you're not ready, I'm cussing and I'm fussing. Early in the morning, right? So Freddie said to me, Raquel, don't send them to school that way. You know, I know they're not doing X, Y, Z, but let's find a different way to communicate with them. Yeah, check me. Because that's what I knew you had to do to get kids in order. And from that point on, I was like, you know what? That's true. Like, I shouldn't be cussing them out. Get your ass out here. Come on. Why the hell you taking so long? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Why am I cussing at my kids first thing in the morning? Now they getting in the car upset. Now they going to school upset. You know, I don't even know how that could have been affecting them. But I stopped immediately.
That's
and
good.
We're talking about it now, but it's a thing that could break down their confidence if you continue to talk to them any kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's shout out our sponsor.
Yes. Go ahead, Kelle.
So first of all, we have Get It Done Boss. So helping you reach your goals is our business. And you can check out Get It Done Boss at getitdoneboss.com.
Period. And of course, elevate her. Girl, it is time to inhale confidence and exhale fear. And you can visit us at elevateher.com. And that's ELV and the number 8.
Yes. So confidence, self-love, and respect. Let's go through some pointers on self-love because it is real. Confidence is self-love to me.
It is.
For you to have your confidence in check, that means that you are also practicing self-love. But what does it mean to have self-love? What does that mean?
That means happiness. You know what I'm saying? When I think about love, I think happiness. And a lot of times as we are going through our transitions, like we need to, like I said, have grace with ourselves, but we need to be okay and be happy where we're at and knowing that we do have a goal to get to. But if we're not happy where we're at and we're just miserable where we're at, that's going to definitely conflict with your confidence and your self-love. But self-love is happiness, sis.
Yeah.
Be happy. Be happy. Do something that makes you happy daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that far as the budget wise. Yearly meaning something big, right? Monthly meaning something not so much, maybe the spa or something or a massage, and you thinking about something monthly and weekly. It's just doing something that makes you happy. You got to identify those things, and no matter if it's small or big, do it. Right. That's going to impact you for real.
Yeah.
What is self-love?
Yeah, I learned this like in the last 5 to 10 years that I can't depend on anyone else for my happiness.
Yes.
You say, we say this all the time. He doesn't make me happy. She doesn't make me happy.
Yeah.
This job doesn't make me happy. It's no one's responsibility outside of our own selves to make us happy. First of all, know what makes you happy. Do you even know what those things are?
Exactly.
Is it working out? Is it reading a book? Is it going to the movies? What makes you happy? Is it talking to your friends? Is it doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Happy, first of all. So once you pinpoint those things, what truly makes you happy, do those things like you said, baby. Do those things and make those things a priority. And then once you're truly happy within yourself, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everything else falls into place.
That part.
Because you're putting out that energy to people around you and you're attracting the right people to you because
Mm-hmm.
now you're happy and it shows. Everyone sees it. You're glowing. You're your best self. So that was going to be my next bullet point. Like, how important is self-love to finding true love? I think it's
Mm.
so important. And
Yes.
that's why when you break off one relationship, they say don't hop into another one immediately
Right.
because you haven't had a chance to heal from
Right.
that
Exactly.
situation. And your self love could be down a little bit just because of whatever
Exactly.
happened, that rejection or that heartbreak, whatever
Mm-hmm.
happened in that other relationship. Now you don't want to carry it into the next one. But how important is self love to finding true love?
That is so important. That is so important. I feel like, and I'm going to speak about me and my situation currently, going through, leaving a toxic marriage. And it's like, man, like I desire to, I'm somebody's wife. I don't know who he is, where he at, but boo, hey, I'm somebody's wife. And I just know for a fact I got to get me together. So that's me getting back to the things that make me happy. Because if I'm coming from a toxic environment, I don't know what makes me happy anymore. So this
Mhm.
last year, that's what I've been on this journey of my true happiness. And as I am building my happiness, as I'm continuously to elevate, right? I know
Right.
he's gonna come because he's not gonna come in. Well, they will come while you down too, but I don't. I am going to be what I attract, which is
Yeah.
somebody else that knows their worth, that is also happy, and that's going to want to keep making me happy. So,
Right. Because I do think, like, if you're not practicing self love, or if you're not happy
hmm
within yourself
yeah,
in a relationship, you're gonna project those things onto your partner. So if you're
absolutely.
insecure, you're gonna be accusing them of things that they're not even doing.
Absolutely.
If you're not happy, you're going to try to make them unhappy by being mean or not being nice to them. Like, I
hmm
truly believe that's the most important thing of finding true.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Men see that a mile away.
Girl,
They don't even have to have a conversation with you. They can look at you across the room and see you laughing and talking with your friends and knowing that it's genuine and it's not something.
yes.
And they
Sis,
see it. You glow when you are
yes.
happy within yourself.
Yes. I was recently told to by a man, when you said genuine, he said, I want to know, is your confidence real or is it fake? That goes back to them jokers.
Mhm.
That fake, that confidence, real quick, that fake, that confidence, but behind closed doors, they hate themselves. They constantly, oh, I'm never happy. And no man don't want to be around that. No man wants to be around a woman who is faking the confidence, who I feel like a man plays a role in that by, oh, you're beautiful, oh, you this, by giving compliments,
Mhm.
but he's not there to build your confidence, you know? Because
It's
if
not
this
his
man never,
responsibility to make you happy. It's not his responsibility. If
right,
you are happy within yourself and you're showing that confidence and that self
hmm
love, a man will just naturally do the things that make you happy.
exactly, that
Ain't
part.
that crazy? Like you just being happy and being yourself is gonna then provoke him to do
Yep,
shit that you want him to do anyway.
yep,
You
yep,
can't be a Debbie Downer, negative Nancy. You have to be positive and confident and secure with yourself. We all have
absolutely,
insecure moments. Don't think I don't because I do. I have
right.
insecure
Oh, yeah,
moments.
absolutely.
And there are times that I be tripping. If I
Yes.
call my husband here right now, he'll probably give y'all an earful. But there are times when I be tripping, okay? But I have to intentionally and purposefully
Mhm.
like focus on being positive, confident, and doing the self-love thing so that I am not looking like I'm not confident or
hmm
anything like that. It's intentional. You have to
Right.
intentionally work on it and do it every day.
Absolutely. And another thing I want to say also, ladies, girl, we gotta stop fake being happy. That is actually damaging our confidence because you fake being happy, people like, oh, fake it till you make it. Again,
No,
you're delaying your process because you are not happy. You know
right.
what I'm saying? That's when that depression kicks in. That's when that self-doubt, that's when that fear kicks in. But when you're out in the public, you're just but behind closed doors, you're not bringing that same energy behind closed doors. And so then that delays you. That stops you from truly being what you can be and what you was called to be. And I'm only speaking off of experience, y'all.
Yes.
That fake it till you make it, that fake being, no, I was miserable, y'all. Miserable. Seriously.
Did you find that when you were having moments of like self doubt or not so confident, the cure to it was maybe venting to a friend or calling your mama and like crying, or even like on your man's shoulder, you just be like, oh, today was a horrible day, and you can just kind of let it all out. In my experience, I found that when I do have those moments when I'm
Hmm.
not, it's okay to not be okay, number one.
That part.
It's okay to not be okay. You're going to have days
Hmm.
when you are not okay. But
Hmm.
when you have a good support system around you, I think that is key, 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 key.
Hmm.
I can call my mama right now, it's 10:54, and be like, Mama, this is what happened. Just let me talk, you
Yeah.
know? And she knows what that means. She knows that means that I don't necessarily need help or feedback. I just need to
Hmm.
release.
Hmm.
And I do the same thing with my friends. I do the same thing with my family, and even Freddie when I need to do it with him.
Hmm.
So, do you feel like that's a key way to stay true to yourself, but
Hmm.
also have people that you can talk to so that you can release that piece of what's going
Girl,
on? So you can
I'm gonna be honest, I'm still battling with that because I've did it by myself. I'm one of the loners. You know what I'm saying? I've had people who say they supported me years ago. Oh, baby, I got you. If you ever need to call me. And now that my circle is different, I don't have that issue anymore. But back then, it was more so I had people to say, call me if you need me. And they only said it because it sounded good. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? So my circle then was toxic. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So they either wanted to hear what was going on in my life because it was gossip. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? But it wasn't necessarily, I'm there for you, friend, or I'm there for you, family.
right.
It was one of those things. And that's why I turned to social media. That's why I became so transparent because perfect strangers will become your friend more and support you more than your own family and friends. So that was one of those narratives of I've been by myself for years and I've been distanced because I didn't necessarily have the support. Not saying that they didn't love me, not saying, well, because I know they're gonna be listening. I'm not talking about you if you feel this you, but if you feel like it's you, then you guilty. But
Mhm.
but yeah, I didn't have that. I really didn't. I really did not. I put myself in this shell. I put myself up under, you know what I'm saying, a brick until I surfaced again. But I didn't
Yeah.
have that. I wish I did, but I didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, that has saved my life, like literally.
Yeah.
So I do want to segue now
Yes.
into the third like bullet point of this
Mm-hmm.
topic, and it's the respect part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we see it all the time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we see women half naked on social media. We see women in public, acting a certain way or doing a certain thing that doesn't necessarily it's not flattering or what we
Mm-hmm.
consider to be flattering.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, and I did say opinion, that is a lack of confidence. That's a lack of security. That's a
Mm-hmm.
lack of self love when our
Mm-hmm.
women choose to live and do certain things that don't paint them as the queen that they are. We
Exactly.
all queens. Y'all all queens. But unless you act like a queen, you're going to be disrespected.
Yes.
You're going to be disrespected.
Absolutely.
And that's just the honest to God truth. And that was my last thing. It was like confidence, self love, get the respect.
Exactly. That's
If
it.
you don't move like a queen, you're not going to be treated like a queen.
Right. Right. And that spins to, again, is it's our society, the way that it's been built up. Society makes it seem like we have to look a certain way, or if we have to be a certain way, or you typically have the hip hop industry that does it most, the Instagram baddies and all of this other stuff. I'm not saying all of them, but when it comes to a level of respect, you know what I'm saying? I've seen so many different things of women that are literally half naked, and men are like, just like eyes are bulging out of them. And the woman is like, respect me.
It's not going to happen, sis. They'll
So,
pretend like they respect you
right, right,
because they
right.
love you some ass.
Sis, you walking around like a sex symbol. You know what
Yeah.
the hell you
They'll
doing.
pretend, oh, girl, don't you worry about it. I like that. Don't worry. They'll talk you right out your drawers.
Yeah, yeah,
It's only because they want something from you. And
right.
I do have an issue with that. Like, I know I'm getting older now and I'm looking at stuff like totally different.
Right.
But I truly want our women to know their value and to know their
Mm,
worth and to
yes,
know that you ain't got to be naked to get a man's attention. Like
yes.
the real men out here who truly want a good relationship and marry someone and have a
Mm-hmm.
family, it's sexy to them that you not showing no skin, but you still look good.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
sexy to them that you can, speak to them on different topics,
Right.
that they're not accustomed to talking about. They want you to teach them something, even
Mm-hmm.
if it's, how you braid in hair.
Right.
Just whatever it is that you do well, they want to hear that stuff. They don't want to always talk about silly, meaningless stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wish our queens would be queens all the time,
Yes.
and just
Yes.
understand that's what they are, and
That
so
part, that part. It's the whole thing where I hear a lot of men say they want a lady that's classy in the streets and a freak in the sheets.
yeah, ain't
That,
nothing wrong with
listen to
that.
what they're saying.
Yes.
And you can still
Nothing
be
wrong with that.
classy and sexy at the same time. And there's no similarity to being classy and nasty. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
trashy. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not one of the same at all. Like you
Right,
just
right.
no. Mm-mm.
I have a hot topic, baby.
Girl, yes, let's get to these
Honey,
hot topics.
this hot topic, I've been wanting to talk about this all week long.
Girl.
Nia Long and her fiance.
Whew.
I really got a couple of things to touch on with this topic.
Come on, girl.
First of all, they have been dating since, let me get the year right, honey. Let me get the year right. Since 2010.
Mm. Like that's 12
And
years.
they share a son together who was born in 2011. But he just proposed, or he proposed in 2015.
Mm.
What year is this, baby?
2022. Sis, let me say, girl,
What year is this?
2022.
They met, let me go back to the date one more time. They met, they began dating 2010, had a child 2011, became engaged 2015. It's 2022. Ladies, I
Hmm.
want y'all to get real close to the screen. If you have dated a man for 3+ years and he has not proposed to you, he either don't want to get married or it's something wrong. It does not take a man. How many years is that? Do the math.
12 years.
2012. It do not take a
12.
man 12 years to walk down the aisle.
And then that's 12 years together, a 7-year engagement.
It don't take that long. A man knows if you are his wife within the first year.
Sis, okay, so two things. I go back to we gonna always talk about this topic of discussion, that narcissistic shit. To me, I'm wondering if that's what he was or is. And sometimes, y'all, we know how them narcissists is. When they get us, it's hard to get out and it's hard to leave.
Yeah.
Because again, you just going back to, let's just talk about the outer appearance. I believe she may be a beautiful spirit from what we see, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't know her side or his side, but I could just only imagine. Let's just say it's him, right? She's probably been trapped. But then again, it's like going back to, you got this beautiful woman who is who she is. Like she's an icon. She's a freaking legend.
Yeah.
She's iconic. And it's just like, I seen this meme and said, we not safe. Good women ain't safe. It's like,
my thing is this. It don't take that long, okay? So, sis, if he has not proposed to you, I'm going to give you 3 or 4 years, okay?
mm-hmm.
Move on.
That
Move on, 'cause
part.
see, look what's happening. She waited all this time. She still ain't married to him, and he has cheated. Let me read the deets, okay? So he is, I can't pronounce his name, Ime Udaka or something. It's a weird ass fucking name, okay? Ime Udako. He's Boston Celtics coach. He violated franchise rules by having a consensual relationship with a female staff member. You know, a lot of companies don't let you date within the company for various reasons. So he violated it. So he has been suspended for the 22-23 NBA season. And so she has broken her silence, and she has said, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother and will continue to focus on my children. Nia, I love you, girl. You pretty.
Yes.
You a queen, and you've been doing this for a long time, but your ass should not even be in this situation.
Yes.
You should not even be with him. He proposed to you in 2015. What y'all waiting on? What you
This
waiting on?
wasn't just, and this wasn't just a cheating thing. This was a whole affair. He was in a whole relationship with this other woman.
Well, this let you know he been doing stuff like this. If he didn't marry her in 2016, 17, or 2018, you've been doing stuff. Something has been preventing you from going forward with this marriage.
And now maybe it's some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, well, let me forgive him, and we're going to work it out. And then he do it again, then he do it again, then it's girl.
Definitely some other stuff. I ain't even got to be no psychic to know that. It's some other shit that ain't even being talked about. And I guarantee you it's been other women. It's, even if she don't know about them, it has been other women, and that's why they never even sealed the deal. That's a red flag right there. That should have been her red flag in 2015. Oh, he still ain't married me. He ain't gonna marry you. Honey, talking about some self-love. We don't know Nia personally, but that confidence, that self-love, the respect.
That part.
I would question her self-confidence. I would question her self-love, because no one who truly loves themselves would let a man string them along for this long.
Yeah.
Then do this kind of stuff and embarrass her.
In
public. I didn't even know they had a child together until I read this article. I knew they were dating. I thought this was something new.
Yeah.
Recently, I was like, oh, she just started dating this guy. They're going to get married. How sweet. She's been with him since 2010. Gotta hug him.
That just goes back to when I just think about men. You know what I'm saying? You think about the most beautiful, like from the outer appearance, right? You thinking about being the most beautiful woman in the world, one of them, you know what I'm saying? And you think about the Beyoncés of the world, the Nia Longs now of the world, and it's like, honey, you could be the most beautiful the most beautiful woman in the world. It does not matter anymore.
Mm-mm.
Looks does not mean anything. It goes back to that man and his inner character. Are you
Yep.
a man or are you a little boy? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just feel like for a man like that to do something like that to any woman, you know what I'm saying? I believe men do grow up eventually. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's sad that they grow up within the relationship, but
Mhm.
I feel like something like this, like that, I can just only feel her pain. Like I just know.
And that too, that too. And then to me, it's like, girl, what if your Mr. Right has been in your vicinity for these last 12 years and
But you
you've
was
been
tied
wasting
up.
your time? You have been wasting your time with Ime Udaka.
Girl.
You've been wasting your time with, I can't say his name, and you had a child with him, everything. But your Mr. Right, the man who would have given you everything that you wanted emotionally, physically, however
Mm.
you wanted it, has probably been right around the corner, or somebody who she probably friends with is the
Mm-hmm.
man that she's supposed to be with, but she been wasting her time with Ime Udaka.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think that for a woman who is currently in a relationship with somebody and she's a lifer like that, do
Mhm.
you feel like she should give her man an ultimatum, or you just think she just
Hell
needs to
yeah.
leave?
Hell yeah. First of all, I think when you start dating someone seriously,
Oh,
you should
girl.
tell them what your intentions are. Like, honey, I ain't in this shit just be cute and go to dinner. I'm in this because I want a husband. Are you looking for a wife? Because if not, I can move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all need to go into these relationships and let these motherfuckers know I'm
Mm-hmm.
not here to play no games.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for a spouse. I'm looking for
Mm-hmm.
a family. And
Mm-hmm.
see, women, what they don't know, what we don't know, is our window of opportunity. It
Mm-hmm.
closed quick.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, how people move in these streets. We talked about this on another episode too, where the standards are so low now for women.
Girl. Girl.
But that's a whole nother episode.
Whole
I
nother.
do feel like if you have been with a man and you've expressed to him what your intentions are with that relationship and he's not reciprocating, you need to let him know because you don't have time to waste.
Yeah.
Your window of opportunity closes at a certain
Mm-hmm.
point, and before a man starts to look at you and think something wrong with you, like, wait a minute, you how old? You ain't
Mm-hmm.
never been married, you ain't got no kids.
Mm-hmm.
What's going
Yeah, I
on?
think we need a whole show on relationships, honey, because
Yeah, and we need a man's perspective. I'm speaking from what I know, but I want to hear what
mm-hmm.
a man say. Like in my mind, a man will look at a woman who has never been married and she in her 40s going into her 50s and he'll think something wrong with her. Like,
Yeah.
beautiful, you got this, you got that. Why have you never been married? What's wrong with
But
you?
sis, that goes back to her confidence. That goes back to her confidence. That goes back to
Mhm.
her probably being that joker, right? Being envious of somebody else's relationship and her idolizing somebody else's man. And when she get that man, she's looking at this other woman's man and
Right,
she's like, oh, he don't look like the girl husband that I want. Oh, he not doing the same. But you need your whole entire man. And that's
right.
probably, I know somebody like that. That's why I'm
Oh,
saying that. I know somebody like that.
like regular dudes are
Yeah.
just fuck. Like you would find a really nice regular dude who would treat
Right.
you.
Right. Right. For real.
So poor Nia, we're gonna keep her lifted in prayer.
Yeah.
And this whole situation is just messy.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I think it's our time, sis.
Yes, it is. It is always the vibe when I see you, when we kick it, girl. Man, I'm just excited for what is coming our way.
So it's,
Listen, you said what?
I said I'm so excited.
Yes, 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 yes. Listen, I need y'all to do a few things, right? Oh, sis, we got to talk about one other thing, but
Oh,
I need y'all to do a few things. I need for you to make sure that you are sharing this podcast. I need y'all to make sure that y'all are following us on all social media platforms, on YouTube. We are on Instagram as well as Grl Holdup. Visit our website, grlholdup.com, and that's spelled GRL holdup.com. We got a giveaway.
oh, the
What are we
giveaway.
giving away?
Yes. So we're gonna post it when? Tomorrow, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Or today? Okay. So
So should we do it today or tomorrow?
maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow, so we're gonna post it on Tuesday?
We'll post it on Tuesday. Yep,
Okay.
let's post it
Okay.
on Tuesday. So, guys, we have a contest that we want everyone to get involved with. And if you follow the instructions on the post that we'll be posting on Grl Holdup on Instagram, you will get a full Get It Done Boss gift set. So I don't have
Yes.
anything in front of me now, but you will get a notebook.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get my little sticky pad thing. It's got all these little cute sticky pads in it. 2 pens, a coffee mug. What else did I say? 2 pens, coffee mug, notepad, sticky
And
pad,
the biggest one.
and a 30-minute consultation for your business. So
Yes.
you can literally talk to me about anything, ask me any questions. I'll give you some guidance. I may even work up a short little business plan for you to help you along the way. But all of that is a gift to you if you follow those instructions that Bevy posts on our Instagram. I'm excited.
Yes. Yes. And we got 4. We got 4. We're giving away 4.
Okay,
We're gonna pick one member a week. One winner a week.
And then I'll package it up and I'll mail it to you and we'll set up that appointment. But I'm so excited. This is what
Yes.
makes me happy, giving stuff
Yes,
away.
yes, yes, yes. Well, that is our time, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching us, vibing with us. It is always a blessing to have y'all with us each and every week. Listen, that's it.